So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our conjunction video of the week. And this week we're going to be covering our conjunction of Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, and Ketu. And what happens when these six planets are conjunct in your horoscope. And as always, if you do not know, if you have this conjunction, what sign it's in, what nakshatra it's in, all the astrological details, for that, check out the links here. Check out my full astrological report on my website under shop section, including my books, consultations, and obviously link to my academy, Maga Vedic Astrology Academy, where I've now implemented this new installment payment system, since you guys were requesting it so much. I was finally able to integrate that, onto the website. So that's there now, and I'm going to be teaching this beautiful technique of nakshatras and dharma, karma, artha, moksha. So when you have this particular conjunction, okay, this is a conjunction which instead of Rahu now involves Ketu. And what happens is Ketu and Saturn play a very, very strong part. Because one thing I'm also seeing, especially when I do the real life consultations, instead of just what's reading in the books and what they're telling us, and when you're doing reading, you get to find out a lot more than just the books. So one thing I see is that how we, relate Ketu with Mars and Rahu with Saturn, actually I'm seeing it the opposite way as well. Because Ketu and Saturn are both Moksha Karka planet. One is a Brahmacharya, which is Saturn, and Ketu is naturally a Moksha Karaka. And when these planets are conjunct, especially with Mercury. Mercury is a very impressionable planet. Mercury behaves like whomever he's with. And here he's with benefics and malefics. And as you know, Jupiter is a natural guru. So you can see how dynamics are changing now with Rahu instead of Ketu, where this person will feel frustrated with real life relationships in life, real life civilized order of life. And they would actually internally prefer a monastic life due to perhaps rejection from the world, from the spouse, or from rejection from the opposite sex, same sex. Such people are more inclined towards spiritual studies, more inclined towards being in a place in their work where they can internalize themselves. Like, this is the person who's going to be very enthusiastic about scientific research. They're going to be very enthusiastic about subjects like astrology, Vedas, yoga, because that really is being dominated in this conjunction. Because you have three very important planets, which is Jupiter, Saturn, and Ketu, and then Mars comes into play. When Mars is with these three planets, Mars itself is a yogi. Mars is actually a yogi. Mars is the original 8th Lord, along with Ketu, of renaissance, of transformation. Mars can transform himself from a soldier to a householder to a yogi. That's the benefic aspect of Mars. And usually such people will see that their spouse always tend to get a surgery. No matter what happens, somehow, some way, the spouse will get surgery. Even if it's, let's say, has LASIK surgery for the eye. Let's say if it's some surgery for putting some screws in knees or ankles or something, you will see that. And the funny thing is that I use the word screws there because Mars and Saturn shows a surgery where there will be metal involved. So when somebody has, like a metal plate in their hand, they will have screws there. So you'll see that. On the other hand, also, this person, I always recommend this particular conjunction to not hurry in matters of marriage. Relationship is fine. You can have a relationship at 18, breakup, 22, breakup, 25, breakup, 27, breakup. And the more breakups you have, the more you learn about yourself and you learn about the world of relationships. So that's something everybody should experience. But when it comes to like actual binding legal commitments, you want to be sure, because you're the type of person that would actually reject legal bindings. Due to these planetary effects, you will reject legal bindings. Like, especially if somebody becomes a lawyer with this conjunction, their job will be how to unbind two people, meaning a divorce lawyer, or how to unbind two corporations in legal mergers. They know how to like separate things out. They're very good at that. They're dealing with the policies of that. Because of course, you can have a scientist, you can have a police officer, you can have a a spiritualist with this conjunction, depending upon the type of house this is in. Now, let's say if it's in a very material house, then a person will be much more inclined towards dealing in policies, dealing in restriction, rules, regulations. Like, they know how to deal with bringing restriction in. Like, this is the person that will be a type of boss who will put in a lot of rules, regulations into play. Where somebody who will not have this conjunction will be more free. And this is the basic essence we get out of this. And also you will see that a person's will be very anxious, nervous. Their nervous system will make them very anxious, and anxiety, panic attacks. So these are some of the things that you will see with this basic conjunction. But of course, once you put in the sign and nakshatra, then you can find a whole new quality to this particular conjunction. Okay. So I hope this has helped and given some insights into the conjunction. Check out the links here for my books, reports, consultations. Otherwise, we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.